What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about a case study that I did about a product that I revealed on my channel, and I wanted to test out the product to see if it actually worked. Okay, especially when the market was healthy, and I saw it as an opportunity for me to make a couple of $1,000 with this product. So I wanted to actually show you guys the case study, and I think a lot of people took it for granted, especially when you see a lot of YouTube videos revealing these products, which anybody can sell any type of product. Any type of product is a winning product, but it's how you actually advertise it. And I think you guys are gonna appreciate and see the differences on what I did here with this case study. So the exact product is basically this AirPods. No, I did not sell the AirPods. I did sell a complimentary product called the AirPods covers. Like I said, I did reveal it on my channel, and I think a lot of people didn't want to start advertising because they thought it was saturated. But in this video, I'm going to show you guys why this product actually sold. So as you can see on my Facebook ads manager here, I spent about $345.42 and made back about $1,396. So this is actually a 4.04 return on ad spend, which is insane. Okay, so this is 85 purchases, all the stats across the board. I knew that this is a winning product right out the get-go. And a lot of people ask me if $5 ads do still work, and this is actually in a $5 ad, but I did it a little bit different. I did it as a CBO, so I actually put it on the campaign level instead of the ad set level, but still at $5 per day with one interest ad set. As you can see right here, right, with one interest ad set, and that brought in 85 purchases. Okay, so moving along, you can see that on Google Trends, if you type in the keyword AirPod case, you can see that the graph is increasing over time in a 12-month time period, which is really healthy. As you can see, this product is definitely not saturated. So why is this actually in demand? Well, the reason why it's in demand is that this AirPods, it costs about over $100 or so, right? Over $200 or $100, and it's a really luxury item, right? It's really expensive. People wouldn't drop $200 for earphones. That's like their last thing that they think about. But one thing that I noticed was the iPhone had cases, right? If you get a laptop, you get a case for it. If you have an iPhone or a regular phone, you get a case for it. So why not get a case for your AirPods, especially when it can get scratches? As you can see, I have a scuff and a mark and a dent right here. I have some scratches on here. I have some chips, but you need to protect your high quality expensive device, and I thought that this was a perfect opportunity to get into this market. And so I wanted to take it to the next level into my product research, and I noticed that there's a lot of memes about AirPods, right? So I found this meme on here, and this is what I actually used for one of my ads. But it says that AirPod users, when they see someone untangle their wired earphones, so they kind of look at it as a disgust on if you still have your cord earphones. So right off the bat, people are making jokes about it. It's a conversation that so many people are talking about it. And so if you go on Twitter, you can see that there's so many tweets about AirPods, right? There's a lot of gifs and memes and conversations and threads about AirPods. So if you have a market with a lot of conversation, that's your chance to really take your piece of the pie as well. Just like with the Popeyes trend, I saw another YouTuber make a couple of more videos about how they capitalized on that, and they ended up selling a jewelry bracelet, and it worked well for them. So I took the opportunity on this end with the AirPods, and I decided to sell the AirPod cases. So if you go on AliExpress, you can type in AirPod cases and sort it by orders, and you can see the amount of orders. This is insane, guys. Like 37,000 orders, 26,000 orders, 21,000 orders, 14,000 orders. So that is a lot of orders in a short amount of time, right? And there are a lot of variety as well. As you can see, there's leather, there's marble, there's silicone, there's soft silicone cases, there's cartoon ones, there's luxury types, there's one with handles, there's so many different types of AirPod cases and a lot of variety and options that a customer can choose. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to limit you know, having all these choices, and I wanted to just sell 2 different types of cases. I wanted to go with the leather route and the marble route. And the reason why I went with leather or marble is because I didn't want to sell, you know, these copyright items. And I just wanted to keep it simple. I wanted to limit the options to where it's either you get marble or you get leather. And especially when this is the first time a lot of people are going to be seeing these cases. Here are the 2 ads that I created. So this first one says protect your pod with marble, free shipping ends at midnight. You can see that it has you know, a female, you know, handling the AirPod case right here, just to see how it looks on their hand. And then here's another one, protect your pod with leather, free shipping ends at midnight. So I'm going to be split testing between these 2 ads. And the best thing about split testing your ads is that Facebook is going to go out there and spend money on the one that's doing, you know, performing the best, right? So if marble is performing the best and getting the most traction, you know, they're going to, you know, gravitate the ad towards, you know, the marble, right? People that are interested in marble. And so that right off the get-go, that's going to tell me, okay, more people are interested in the marble AirPod case instead of the leather case. And then I could probably put more money into the marble case, and I can focus you know, my products around it. I can focus my brand around the marble case as well. So I was able to create these ads inside Canva. Most people use Photoshop, but I think Canva is really user friendly, especially if you do not know anything about Photoshop. So what I like to do whenever I'm creating my ads, I love to use the Instagram post. The reason why I like to use the Instagram post, because whenever, you know, a person uses their phone and they're scrolling through the, you know, the feed, it will show up and be on the whole screen, especially whenever you're on Facebook. So I always go with the 1080 by 1080 pixel. And so what I did was I went on AliExpress and I went down on here. You can go with the bigger images over here. I can use any images I want. And so all I did was screenshot it, and then I imported it into, you know, this you know, Canva right here. So I would import the image right here. I would put it in the middle, and like I said, you can do this with any product. And then I went into graphics so that I can have the black line right here, right? So if you want this black line, you do have to create a rectangle. So if we go into shapes, and I can click here, I can put this at the top and then go here, make that a little bit wider. I can change the color whatever I want. And so you create the rectangle with the shape. You know, I changed the color to black, and then I went into text, and then I added the text, and you can grab it. So I would say protect, erase that, protect your pod with marble. And so I dragged that here, highlighted it, changed the image color. You know, you can make, let's go with red this time. So I'm gonna go with red, and then I'm gonna scroll down, and the font that I love using is the Antonio Bold. The Antonio Bold looks really good, especially on Facebook. And so I would make the text a little bit bigger, and so I make sure it's in the middle. And then what I did was duplicated it so I can keep the same text, and then I can say free shipping. I can go with save 10% off, and then I'll make it a little bit smaller, then I'll drag it to the bottom, and then boom, there you go. There's an ad right there. Simple, you know, simple ad that literally took less than 10 minutes, guys. So you know, you don't have to, like I said, I see a lot of people go out there and, you know, save these images, and then right off the bat they just use that as their ad. You do want to be a little bit creative here, right? You do want to, you know, add your own spice to it. I can add my logo, I can add my brand, I can add a sticker saying on sale. I can say save 10%. I can say, you know, how much I have left in stock, so to, you know, improve on my scarcity. So you do want to be really creative with this, guys. Okay, so let's do the same one. All I did was, you know, I'd import the image, right? And so I imported the image, made it a little bit bigger. As you can see, it's cut off, but what you can do is I can position it and do it backwards. So I'm going to do it backwards, and then boom, everything's right in front of the image. Really simple and awesome ad, as you can see right here. So that's how I created my ad using Canva. And now I'm going to show you guys how I created the ad. So you're going to go straight into conversions, and of course you want to make this real simple with the name. So I'm just going to go with AirPod CBO at $5, and then you want to switch it on and then go with 5 and then continue, and you're going to scroll all the way down into your targeting. And so what I did was I targeted the United States. I also like to, you know, target the top 5 English speaking countries, just to split test, but usually I just, you know, you go with United States, especially when that's where most of my buyers are coming from. And so with the age, I could have kept this broad, but I knew that most of the people that were making these jokes and iPhone memes were about 18 to 45 year olds, especially when you're on Twitter. That's, you know, that millennials and, you know, a little bit people older than that are on social media. So that's what I went with, 18 to 45. I did do all genders, and then with the detailed targeting, you know, I did things a little bit different here. So I unchecked expand interest, and I instead of targeting, you know, the whole broad key term of iPhone, what I did was iPhone X or iPhone 10 or so, right? iPhone 10, and it should be somewhere in here, iPhone X. There we go, iPhone X. So basically I wanted to target the iPhone X because that's when the AirPods, you know, kind of were gaining traction. That's actually how I got my AirPods, was because I had this iPhone here, this iPhone X. So that's what the strategy I went into it. Most of the people that have iPhone 10s and, you know, later probably most likely have AirPods, especially when you can see that you know, at the bottom they switched the cord from the cordless earphones, so you do have to most likely have to switch to AirPods, right? So that's this whole strategy going into my targeting. And so I kept this automatic placements just so that my ads can be a little bit cheaper. And then I did go with 1 day clicks so I can get some sales pretty quickly here. All right, so getting into creating the ad, what I did differently from a lot of other people, instead of doing the single image video, I went with carousel so that I can do a strategy here to trigger emotion. So what I did was I put the meme at the first carousel, and then the second carousel was what I went with my image that I was using for my ad. So this is the meme that I, you know, showed you guys in the beginning of the video. AirPod users, when they see someone untangle their wired earphones, that's going to get me some engagement, some likes, some comments, some conversation going, and then of course that's going to boost the reach of the ad. Now what they can do is scroll, and then they can see the actual offer that I'm offering, and they can just click shop now. I didn't add any links into this so that I can have even more reach, and then I just went straight to the point with perks of owning an AirPod, right? Protect your expensive pods with Marble, and I added expensive to trigger emotion as well. And then I added 3 checkpoints on exactly what this is going to allow you to do with your AirPods. It's shock absorption, lasting durability, and it feels great to hold. So this is a really simple ad, as you can see here, and it did really well. So basically this, like I said, I spent $345 and made 85 purchases of a value of $1,396. And so what I did with the split testing, I published the ad, and then I duplicated the ad, and I did the exact same ad, except I changed the second image into the leather case. So like I said, I wanted to split test and see which one was going to gain me more traction, because I'm sure that more people are either going to like Marble or more people are either going to like leather, and I just wanted to keep it with those 2 options instead of going with, you know, all these other options that you see on AliExpress. So there you have it, guys. That is the case study. Like I said, don't take these products that I'm actually showing you guys on my channel for granted. Don't comment on my videos saying that it's saturated, or, you know, saying that you advertised it about 2 weeks ago, it didn't work for you. The thing is that you can turn any product into a winning product, but it depends on how you market it. It depends on how you actually you know, put it in front of the right people. Like I said, you know, my strategy is completely different. I split tested so many different things that so many people wouldn't, you know, really think about, like, right? Like I targeted with the single interest iPhone X, because I knew that most people that own iPhone X's are going to own an AirPod. And then on top of that, I split tested with 2 images, and then I went with the memes so that I can trigger some emotion and get some conversation going. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure you smash that like button, and if you want more case studies like this, make sure you comment down below and let me know. And if you have any type of topics, comment down below as well, and I'll probably queue up some videos for you guys so that you can help you for your business. So hope you guys have a great Friday. Are you guys listening to that new Kanye West album? I know it dropped. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. I'm about to go listen to it and see, review about it and see if I actually like it. I heard a lot of you are getting some goosebumps, but we'll see. But hope you guys have a great Friday. Do well on your business, work hard, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.